All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero, issue number 303 from Image Skybound by Larry Hama, Chris Mooneyham, and Francesca Segala. I thought I already did this video a couple of months back. So I looked it up and I said, did I did this? And I didn't. I just forgot about it somehow. I don't know why, because I said, hey, maybe YouTube deleted the video, and then I read it again. I said, oh, wait a minute, I didn't read this story. So I'm way behind, I know that, but I'm still going to continue to review this new G.I. Joe series from Skybound Image, because I really, really like it. And I'm a newbie guy. I don't know anything about the comic books and all these characters. I watched it, maybe one or two episodes, when I was younger, and when the cartoon came out, but that's about it, right? My interest was not really there, and I was not really interested in the IDW because of what's happened there. There's a reason why they lost this property to Image Skybound. So I thought, you know what, I'm jumping in, and I'm in. I'm a fan. So without further ado, let's dive in. So we have here Duke and Stalker talk to each other in Cobra Island, who was, bombarded. Well, not bombarded. They detonated a bomb and blew everything up and turning themselves into flesh-eating zombies with consciousness. It was a little bit weird to me how they did that. Anyway, so there's a helicopter going to the island, and G.I. Joe Center, as these people are just looking at it, and it says, hey, I recognize that helicopter. It's a team called Revanche, and they want an audience with Serpentor Khan, right? Okay. So the helicopter lands, and they have been cleared to land, Great Car. Be aware that AI entities do not think like us. So they are this whatever this creature is. Well, it calls himself Alpha 001, and they are some kind of a hive entity. And the hive entity has a proposal. That's right. And but Serpentor says, why should we trust you when you delivered all those converted bats that were programmed to override Cobra control and respond directly to Revenge? He says, we propose a true merger. What if your army of cognitive mutants were upgraded to cyborgs with enhanced integral weapon systems? He says, I needed a demonstration. He says, I've come prepared. So then he introduces to, I don't know, some kind of a surgical robot, a surgical bot called Galen 2000, and 3 blue ninjas, ninjas, that's been upgraded by the bot. So he says, hey, I've got an upgraded, I've got a willing victim. And so this, I'm not sure, is this a robot? Probably, or cyborg, working for Cobra. And it's attacking this enhanced ninjas. I really like these visuals, like this, this explosion and this, debris flying around the shield. So yeah, this thing has no chance at all. And yes, it's been sliced in half. And the visuals, the art looks cool. I like the panels. I like the flow. And the art looks good too, man. So he says, hey, I want to see the surgical bot in action. So he's all getting giddy. So there's a volunteer here. And so he's going into this contraption. Now, all these, I don't know, are these Cobra officers? Like I said, I'm not familiar with all the names, so please forgive me. But Cobra soldiers probably is a little bit more neutral. They all look, like I said, weird. Well, that's because of the bomb and the effects. They are warped, distorted. They can think, but they are not human anymore, as you can see. And so this poor guy is getting changed into something else, which we're going to see a little bit later. Meanwhile, in Utah, I believe Duke is having a talk with this guy called Spirit. And he says, hey, the Revenge group that teamed up with Serpentor, and they are planning to move on to Springfield. Now, if I remember correctly, Springfield has a Cobra station there. So there's a lot of people working for Cobra, I think. And so he says, hey, I'm going to send some spies there. And he says, I want you put the pit on full defenses alert. So they're sending some kind of a sneak team into Springfield. All right. So I like this going back and forth. So it's not only, the enemy trying to attack the G.I. Joes or the Joes, but also the other way around, right? So they are going back and forth. It's like some kind of a chess game. I like that. So then we have a panel with great atmosphere. Very well done here with the clouds and the lighting and the moon. Really well done. Now, so these people are getting, I don't know, someone's tapping, and it's Dawn. Now, I don't know who Dawn is, but it seems that she is a daughter of these two. Maybe there's a storyline in the IDW books. I don't know. But there's something going on with her, right? But maybe she's a runaway. Maybe she's back. Maybe she was in trouble. Who knows? It's probably for later. Meanwhile, we have these, I believe, enhanced Cobra soldiers discovered a Joe. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Some kind of a supply depot. And my guess is that Cobra has sent these guys to see how they perform. So basically they are in not Cobra territory, but Joe territory. I'm not sure how to explain that little part. So I'm saying Cobra territory and Joe territory. Now you probably know what I mean. The good guys and the bad guys. And in this cactus, I like that, there's a camera and Spirit is here, giving all the details to the other guys. And this is what they came up with. So they say, those appear to be various Cobra Vipers that have been cybernetically enhanced and probably surgically altered. Upgraded versions of the Toxo Viper, Techno Viper, and a plain Vanilla Viper. That's definitely Revenge technology. And Serpentor Khan must have cut a deal with Revenge, but that was what that helicopter landing on Cobra was all about. So he says, hey, we can send a security team to neutralize that. But then Duke says, no, negative. We're going to keep it that way because we have defensive system. They want to do not, know the enemy that they have certain defensive systems. So they are, I don't know, feed them maybe false information, false intel. Meanwhile, on Cobra Island, you see all this destruction because of the bomb here, except for this, building. And they are looking, through cameras, what these guys are doing. And but they are entering some kind of a dead cell zone, so no communications. So I thought, hey, wait a minute, was this still here? I mean, this is all desolation and desert-like, and then we have all these trees. So I was a little bit confused. And anyway, so but they are in a different area. So they sent another team to another place to deal with certain people that we're going to see in a minute. And it's in here. I don't know where this actually is, but I don't know, maybe somewhere in the forest. And we have, I believe, Scarlet and this is not Storm Shadow. This is not, oh my God, Liza. I'm coming back to that. I know who this is, but it was on the tip of my tongue, but then I confused it with Storm Shadow. I know it's not Storm Shadow. I'm coming back to that later because it's mentioned. It's mentioned here. Like I said, sorry, I do not know all of these characters, right? I do not know the backgrounds. I do not know the lore and the history. This is all new to me, so forgive me. This bot here, I believe there are bots, right? He says, Ni and Sun. I said, hey, wait a minute, that's Japanese, like each Ni Sun, number 2, number 3. I know a little bit of Japanese, right? So they are, but they are being prepared. Please let me know who this guy is. I don't come over like a dumbass. Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes, damn it, almost. It's Snake Eyes. And the action here, I must say, it's phenomenal. It's really well done. It's really, really well done. So these guys are attacking. This guy gets an arrow to his head. And, and it's some fun action stuff. As you can see here, this guy is using his shoulder blasters and Scarlet picks up this weapon. This is Scarlet, right? Yeah, it says here. And then this is happening. She rips this guy into 2. But this guy with the arrow in it is still alive. And he says, Ichi, duplex technique on me. Understood, need commence attack. So he gets a sword in his chest, but he's still alive, and he's talking to his just I don't know companion. And this guy's jump on his back, and there's some kind of a transformation going on, which I really like. He says he's twisting the blade, and the edge is now facing up. To what end? The better to slice upwards through both your bodies. Looks awesome, man. It looks awesome. I also like that even they are being, almost on the verge of dying, they still pose a threat somewhat, right? So they are not totally useless. But, these two are just too strong. But still, I like that they are posing some kind of a danger. But then this guy is not all down. He says kamikaze mode. Right? And he's powering up. Look at all these bodies here. And then we're going back to Cobra Island. And Serpentor Khan says, it's been over an hour. They should have reported in by now. They are still within the time parameters. Solar flare activity is degrading comms across the Sierras. So they have some visuals now on the video, no audio, and then they lost contact. The unit was irreparably damaged during the action, but lasted long enough to make it to transmission point before it went dead. So Serpentor Khan says, how many of those you can deliver? And that leads us to the next issue. I'm on board. This is what I want in comics. I want suspense. I want cool storylines, great arts, lots of action. That's actually what I want. And then we have, more like a preview here from the Cobra Commander coming out. I'm going to pick this up just purely because I'm curious. Not a big fan of the art, in my humble opinion. But I heard that people really enjoyed it. So give him maybe the benefit of the doubt that it's actually a good comic. We'll see. We're going to move on to this one if I'm, going to get it. So I'm ordering a lot of comics in bulk. So it maybe takes 1 or 2, maybe 3 months to get it all here. And we'll see. Guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about it. Yeah, great stuff. See you on the next one, guys. Bye-bye.